You probably clicked on this video because you're an aspiring artist and you're wanting to make a solid income from your artwork. Or maybe you're just a little bit stuck when it comes to commissions. Say you're putting yourself out there but the commissions aren't really coming in. Don't worry, because I've got you. So commissions, they're a really popular way to make money as an artist. When people want a custom piece of artwork for their home, they will look for an artist to create said piece. There's a problem and then there's a solution. If you're an artist and you want people to commission you to make artwork, think about the service that you're going to provide them. What kind of commissions are you going to offer? If you're a landscape artist, you might want to do commissions of like people's favorite landscapes, like sunsets that mean something to somebody, or like cities that people have visited and it's just special to them. It can just be someone's favorite landscape. And if you make jewelry, like people can commission you to like create a custom piece of jewelry for them, a certain color, or it has some kind of detailing in that's very like special to that person. The main thing about commissions is that you're making something that's very custom and unique to that person, and that's obviously the main point. So if you're an artist like me who does portraits, you can take on portrait commissions. You can take portrait commissions whether it's people, pets, animals. So once you've figured out what you're going to be offering, here's some steps that I really recommend when it comes to taking on commissions. So number one, have some work available already that you can show to people. When I started my business, I would create drawings of celebrities to show off my skills. People need to see what you can do before they invest in you. But also, if you create a lot of work, people will be able to see how dedicated you are to this. Like, think about it. Would you commission an artist if you got the vibe that they weren't really into it? So make sure you have some pieces of work available already that are completed, and if you're offering different mediums, make sure you have examples of work in all of those mediums too. Number two, then when you have your work, make sure you have a website with all your commission information available. I know some artists choose not to share their prices for their commissions. Some artists do, some artists don't. Personally, I do, just because it's really straightforward and people know what they're getting into. But obviously it's up to you and what you feel comfortable doing. You just need to make sure that you have a website that people can visit to see if you're taking on commissions, see examples of work, and then you can add a contact form on there as well so people can inquire directly. And by the way, this video isn't sponsored or anything because I am not at that level, but my website is built with Wix. It's honestly really easy to customize and just design it to how you want it to look. There's all these different templates that you can choose from and all like kind of like widgets and things that you can use and like add it to your pages to make it look however you want and however professional you want as well. Personally, for me, building a website on something that's really simple and straightforward to use but also looks amazing and creates a really professional looking website overall, it's really made my whole commission process just a lot more easier and really straightforward. Regardless of whatever website building program you want to go with, I just recommend having a website already created with all your commission info already on there, and then having a contact form that just goes straight to your email. It just makes it so much more easier. And then three, building your social media platforms. I know social media these days is really tricky because of like algorithms and you're really trying to push out content daily, but I think it's best to have at least two platforms that you regularly use and you're happy consistently posting to them. Personally, for me, I prefer Facebook and Twitter. Twitter is a lot more interactive, but also with Facebook, I personally make the most sales from, but that's just my own personal experience. Post your work online and just see what kind of like traction you get and see what works best for you. My experience will be different to yours, so it's just a matter of just figuring it out and seeing what works. Also, Reddit is a really cool place to post as well. I've posted a few times on there and I've had like big sales. And also, if you're comfortable being in front of the camera, you can do reels or TikToks or YouTube shorts because they're really popular. But obviously, if you're not really comfortable doing that, you don't have to. You can still get your commissions and make sales without putting yourself on a video, because I know it is quite daunting. So finally, now that you have your examples of artwork, you've got your website, and then you've got your social media platforms, now we have to work on getting your clients. So this is my advice if you're completely new and don't really have much of a following. Make your social media platforms, whether it's an Instagram or a Twitter account or a Facebook page, and basically follow people that you know in person, whether it's from school, it's from work, because chances are your first commission will be someone that you know personally. I remember my first 3 commissions were from friends from uni, and then as I started to post my work more on social media, I would get friends of friends asking, and then it just kind of grew from that. But let's just say you're at a point now where you've had a few commissions from friends of friends and you're looking to branch out. How would you do that? So a great way to branch out is to share your artwork in communities that is about the topic that surrounds the artwork. So for example, I used to post my artwork in Facebook groups about cats. Obviously, if you're going to post your artwork in like a Facebook group, you have to make sure that you're allowed to by the moderators. You don't want to post your artwork in a group where they don't allow like self-promotion, they don't allow artwork, because obviously you're just going to get banned from the group and it's just going to be a bit of a waste of time. So just make sure that they do allow artwork, or you can contact the moderator directly and say, can I post this, and get permission. So whenever you do post in these groups or like these communities, just leave a link to your website or your Facebook group either in the caption or in the comments. Personally for me, I leave it in the comments because sometimes it kind of just seems like a little too self-promotional to leave your link in the caption rather than in the comment. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but that's personally like how I kind of just deal with it. I don't want it to come across like I'm trying to sell someone something. I want to show people work, and if they're interested they can just check out the comments and like see my link. So that's basically how I kind of grew my following. But also, if you are going to post in like a community, I would recommend posting in a group with like regular working people, basically non-artists. For me personally, I've only ever made like maybe 2 sales ever to another artist. I feel like artist supporting artists is great when it comes to like, you know, sharing artwork and sort of like building that community, but if you want commissions and sales, I don't really think artists are going to commission other artists that often compared to like, you know, people in like regular like 9-to-5 jobs, or like basically non-art jobs is what I'm trying to say. If you do want to post in an art group, I'm not saying not to do that, but you can, but just don't expect commissions from that. And also you can create fan art and submit in subreddits or Facebook groups about that particular topic. I find that that definitely helps when it comes to like building like a bit of a solid community. As you keep sharing your artwork on your own social media and then in these communities, you'll start to see that people will not only commission you but share your work with their friends and family too. A really good way to get even more exposure is by doing a giveaway. Sometimes giveaways seem a bit frowned upon, but personally I think it helps to do a custom painting giveaway where people can retweet or share your artwork as an entry into the giveaway. Or another entry could be to tag one of their friends or something. Personally for me, I do like doing giveaways because not only is it fun for me to do, like to paint something, but also I find like it's quite organic, because if someone's going to tag someone like as an entry, they're going to tag someone who they think is like, oh okay, they're going to appreciate this piece of artwork, or they have a pet and they would like a painting of them. Rather than running an ad where you maybe might get a bit of interest, if you're doing a giveaway, you might target an audience that will actually appreciate your artwork compared to running an ad. One time I did a giveaway where I was offering 2 paintings, so one for the person who commented and then whoever they tagged. But obviously if you choose to do a giveaway, like make sure you're doing a piece that will be okay for you financially, like it's not going to be too much work, so it's not going to like stress you out or anything like that, and it's not too much pressure on you time wise either. So now that we've covered like the community aspect of like building a platform and building like an audience, I'm just going to go through a few things that I think is important to be wary of when it comes to commissions. I think some of this might be a little bit like straightforward, but it's worth mentioning. So firstly, make sure you can deliver on the kind of commission that you're offering. If you feel like someone is inquiring about something a bit challenging for you and your skill set, just be honest with them and tell them that it's going to be challenging and you don't feel comfortable enough to create that piece of artwork. I've had a few clients ask me about certain photos to potentially paint, and personally if I'm not really feeling it, I will just tell them. And plus, when people are going to commission you, like they're giving you their hard-earned money, so it's a responsibility for you too. But with that being said, I will say follow your instinct when it comes to like a commission that you feel is a bit of a red flag. If you feel like it doesn't feel right or it doesn't seem right, like just kind of trust that instinct. A few weeks ago I had someone inquire about a painting and like they sent a deposit through PayPal, but it turns out it was a screenshot of them sending money, and it was something about how I have to send money to them. It was honestly so weird, and like I remember like from the jump it just seemed a little bit off, but I thought let's kind of go with it. And then when I saw what it was, I was like, right, okay, I'm not doing that, blocked. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, obviously just be like really mindful of it. And also another piece of advice is to keep your wits about you when it comes to dealing with difficult customers. Sometimes when it comes to commissions, people expect like a photo replica instead of a piece of artwork made by a human being. I don't really have this experience that often, but in the past I have had people like compare my piece of artwork with the photo and they want it like absolutely identical, and I've had to remind them that I'm a person and I'm making a painting of this picture. It's not going to be a photocopy, it's going to be a painting made by a human being. As much as I try and make it as identical as I can, at the same time I'm still an artist, I'm doing it in my style, and that's the main point of commissioning an artist. You're going to get a piece of artwork that is custom made. It has a little bit of an artistic flair. At the same time, it's not a photo, so I know one thing that a lot of artists are against is doing work for exposure for a public figure or like an internet celebrity. I do agree to an extent. I know I've done work like that in the past, and sometimes you do get results, but most of the time you don't. I have gone out of my way to make artwork of a public figure that I genuinely do respect and like their content, and in the end it ended up working out for me because I got the right kind of exposure. I think that might be fan art rather than like a collaboration kind of thing. So if like an influencer approaches you and they say, oh, I want you to do this piece of artwork for exposure, maybe not. But if there's a public figure that you genuinely like and you like what they do in their content and you want to make some artwork, then go ahead, do it because you like that person. And then finally, my last tip for taking on commission work is to split the payment 50-50. Take 50% as a deposit, and then when the painting is completed and approved by your customer, they can then pay that remaining 50%, just to keep it completely fair and equal throughout the process. Anyway, I hope these tips have helped you, whether you're a new artist or you've been putting your work out there but you haven't really been getting that many commissions. Commission work is really fun and you get to meet some really amazing people through it and make some really cool connections. And if you deliver a really great product as well as like really good communication, just being friendly and helpful throughout the entire process, that person most likely will commission you again. I've had quite a few amazing clients that have commissioned me like 4 or 5 times like within the last 2 years, which is amazing. And those are the kind of customers that you want for your business if you want to keep doing commissions and to make this a full-time job. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video and it was at least somewhat helpful to somebody out there. I did try and make it as helpful as I could just from my own experience of commission work. If there's any questions that you have, or if there's anything that I haven't really gone into and you'd like to ask me about, leave it in the comment section and I will get back to you. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more art videos. Thank you for watching and I'll catch you all in my next video. Bye!